On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. First carry for Najee Harris. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 45 yards on the ground. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. To the sideline and incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. Coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Now a run. Here's the 1st-round pick from April's draft. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Herbert. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tyler Conklin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
He completes it to Hunter. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Got a man, that's Hunter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. You look at this Jaguar defense. Coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Herbert now. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. It's Dylan Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tutin. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Jaguars at 6-3 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Giants will throw. This ball caught by Strange. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Hunter from 4 yards out. And the Jags are an extra point away from evening this one up. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Back to Hampton on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Herbert going to change the play here. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert back to the air. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Len McConkey, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Chargers 14, Jaguars 7.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit? And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, 72 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Jaguar pressure and Jaguar sack. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Fielded at about the 28. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2 yards to go, second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. A short. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. A final shot before the break for Herbert. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Project S, this ain't what you want.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Lawrence. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Herbert over the middle and caught by McConkey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's got this down to the 35. 65 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. In motion, the tight end. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some 7 yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Herbert to the left side. He's got McConkey. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. From midfield now, Lawrence looking long for Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars! Brian Thomas, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Herbert now. Forced out to his left. Open man here is Conklin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down. And Johnston set in motion. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, it's Hampton. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. Open man right side. That's McConkey. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw. Jaguars. Brenton Strange, 31 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now down to 20.
41. Chargers 21.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the 25-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now it's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Complete to Johnston here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. A short throw there to Strange. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Second down at the 40-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He completes it to Hunter. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence changing the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Lawrence will throw. Flush to his right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas from 19 yards away. And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. The extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Jacksonville,
They keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3.
One hand on his queen, left on the freak. He probably thought they wouldn't meet. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause her side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding like base hitters. Them other fellas, they be seeing her work.
You ain't never been in skate town. On national, you know it go down.
Kilo Ali flow. Look, on the east side on a Friday night, met a bunch of to the Golden Glide. The lows and highs, me and all the bros in a stolen ride like, man, they outside, so I'm staying inside. Shout to you and I vibe, take a few, like Tupac. I seen a bunch of mean guys in a bandana tie, throwing up the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't no